Y'all might know that I like Ghostbusters. I've been building an ECTO-1 replica during COVID, and that's got me in touch with some really cool people. That's how I found the ECTO Texas on TikTok. It's a 21-year-old and his uncle that in 1 year built this incredible ECTO-1 replica, and this weekend they invited me to their house to come see it. Hello? What's the dog doing? Hey! That's pretty easy. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Gotta keep it going. Gotta warm her up.
She's quiet. Oh my gosh, you can't even hear it. Jeez, that thing is brand new. You weren't lying.
Yeah. We got the heater going, so hopefully everything will stay warm.
That thing's running good. Wow. So that's what they're supposed to run like. How do you like owning this dream car?
It's a blast until it gives me problems. God, the freaking... We got everything done. Everything had been finished. And then the turn signals gave out, and it's like, great.
Want to do a full walk around of all the issues you've had to face on this thing?
Where do I begin?
We'll start with the engine. So the engine was a full takeout.
Yeah, she had to come out. We had major compression issues right in here.
Yep.
So, it's the third piston.
So, full engine out. Radiator out multiple times. Back in with the stock one.
Yeah. But these are apparently very rare.
Yep.
They're like, it's very expensive. You should restore it. Oh, we did. And then it ruined, just about ruined the transmission almost.
And then you had to do exhaust.
Yeah. The exhaust was roached.
And now you can't even hear it. What else went bad on it?
Well, the interesting thing is, whenever your turn signals go out, it makes your brake lights not work either. It's just one wire that connects to the two prongs.
So you had to replace everything.
No, we yanked out the entire steering column.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Just like,
all right, so engine
one little wire
and steering column have gone out. Great. Let's see, let's take a look inside. See if this should open now. Okay. Oh,
all warm.
a little sticky in there.
Yeah, that button gets stuck.
God, it's beautiful, man.
This light turned on yesterday
Fantastic. Mint.
when he was banging in the front, like, left area to get the headliner to stick.
Oh, because y'all had to take it out, right?
Yeah, to support the stuff.
So it's finally back in.
It's not the greatest job, but we just needed it to be functional.
It's almost in. Well, last you overheated a few weeks ago on the way back home, which right now, as you can tell from the weather, it's in the what, 30s right now. So we're not gonna have to worry about that today. God, I have really sucky weather planning. It was 80 yesterday, and now it's like 30.
We had to drill out wide holes to put the throats in. 'Cause it's just like a big screw basically at the bottom.
Huh?
We made sure to put a lot of silicone in it so that it'd seal up.
Good, you don't want that leaking.
Yeah, and then we went to this, which there's supposed to be another bar that comes across right here
To hold it down.
Yeah, since we don't have the window, that we can't do that.
Take a look at that. Like from a distance, you don't notice it at all. That's a really impressive vinyl job. Who did it?
That's a question for him. It was his buddy, so.
Yeah, that looks really impressive from a distance. Like the fact that they were able to get this trim, like the right color.
Right. On the roof, the biggest problem was the sniffer. We just couldn't figure out how we were going to do it just about, because it's a lot of time and money. Right.
So what about the antenna?
Oh, these whip antennas?
Yeah.
They're Amazon.
Oh, so that's just like something you don't have to really hunt for.
They're just 102 off Amazon.
Is this reinforced into the back of the car?
Up it if you want.
No kidding. Let's see it. Let's see it.
It's been great.
It worked really well.
Damn. That's awesome. Wow.
We've got our or cleaned up. All the wiring, it
Yeah.
all needs loom, but I've got to run a bunch more wire because I'm going to run a wire down, and I'll probably run like data cable down because it's a real low voltage or low amperage to run those relays.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have switches. I want to be able to turn the lights with the remote, but also want to be able to do it from inside the car as well.
Yeah.
And so I'm just going to put run a little wire down.
Because you'll probably be one of the only guys that has remote and in-car functionality.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that before. Well, and the fact is it looks cleaner than the one in Afterlife. Like even then, they had a giant wire loom sticking out from back behind where that ladder is. And it looks so much cleaner like this. Wow. And you got the big 52-inch. It's accurate on the front. It's technically bigger on the back, but I like it being the same like size on the front and the back. Where in Afterlife, it's a little smaller on the back. Looks awesome, dude. Y'all did fantastic work.
We eventually have to reupholster the seat, as you can see.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fantastic. I mean, obviously the seat upholstery needs to be redone, but that's all original interior. I mean, you don't get better than that. Everything except for the carpet, right? So the floor was Swiss cheese. Had to take the whole floor
On
out.
the passenger side, though.
Yeah,
Pretty
the floor,
decent on the driver's side.
It really wasn't that bad until you started pulling up the flooring. You know, the carpet, the rubber mat.
That rubber mat flooring will do it.
Apart, and you pull it up and lift it and look, and you see a little hole. You start messing with it, and you get a bigger hole.
Oh, y'all even have headliner in your front.
Yeah.
You lucky duck. So that's what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, it's got those convenient zippers so you can access the whole.
Oh, that's sick. All right, so I see you've got the little controls down here. So that's just going to be a main for the entire power for the roof once you have it done, right?
Well,
like what's that for?
Right now, it's the main for the siren. So when you turn that on, it was for the air conditioner.
Yeah.
And that was for the thing for the actual globe that was initially on there. 'Cause that's original.
Well, it has siren. That's over here. This main, that's the red light.
Right.
It's for the globe. This one was for the air conditioner, and then this was like a thermostat for the air conditioner. So
And now it's the siren.
It was a rheostat that we pulled out.
Okay. So that was a factory plate on
And
there.
it's got the model. It's got the model of the air conditioner printed on it. So it had something to do with the AC unit.
Does the siren work?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This down already.
You gotta turn the main power on and then.
Yeah. That is sick. That's awesome, man. So this is going to be a full Afterlife build. You said earlier you're going to be working on doing paint paint rust.
Doing a faux finish on it. You know, for Halloween we got a spray bottle and we sprayed the whole car down with coffee. We got Starbucks coffee and brewed a really strong batch, black, and I sprayed down the whole car with coffee, and it looked awesome because it had kind of runs, but it was yellow. And dark spots, not dark spots. It looked awesome.
I never thought of that.
So we got the first rain, and then it all washed out. I was hoping, because the paint was like only a couple days old.
You're hoping it would stick into it.
I was hoping it would stain into the paint, but no.
I think if you did it that day, it might have.
Yeah, it didn't retain any of it at all.
Because this is still a work in progress. Y'all are about, what, 50% done with the finished product, what you want it to look like?
Yeah, I think, I mean, we're close. You know, once you do the faux paint job on the outside, kind of age of this paint, you know, it's really it'll all come together. Which, if you haven't seen the movie, you're gonna think that we haven't taken care of the car.
Yeah, you'll think you ruined it.
Man, why don't they put a paint job on that car? And, yeah.
So why don't you fix it, you dumbass? Yeah.
Criminal, what you're doing to the car.
But they're gonna be doing, because right now you can see there's a lot of little chips, but you're also gonna be doing some work on the logo to try to make it look more aged, like in Afterlife.
There's great photos online, and there's great photos in the new Afterlife, the making of the Afterlife, and I'm gonna cut it with a razor blade to look like it's, you know, aged and cracked, and just like they did. Hit it with a heat gun a little bit, and then separate. And it'll look old as well.
And I know there's that one door over here that has certainly seen its better days. And this one, it's not one to.
Yeah, we usually have to beat on it to make it pop out. But
I
right now,
hate
think
beating
it's
on it.
frozen.
Yeah, I refuse to beat on someone else's car. But yeah, this one is kind of looking a lot worse than the rest of the
So
car.
It's not the factory door. I've figured out.
Really?
Yeah.
We think because
No, I'm pretty sure it's not because underneath there's some frame damage.
Yeah?
Right here, like they got side or T-boned or something at some point, and they beat the frame back out, put some welding on it, and then obviously they would have had to replace this door. And I mean, it's got a completely different finish than the whole rest of the car.
Well, it is possible because this door bottom could have just come off of another, like a sedan. It didn't have to come off of a. It didn't have to come off of a hearse.
Right.
Because the top everything would just be transplantable.
right.
Yeah, I can definitely see that because it's certainly not prepped the same.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have the same, and it doesn't have the same. It doesn't have the white underneath it.
Yeah.
It's actually primer underneath it.
Well, you can see the original
Oh, so
factory
it looks like it was
primer.
because if it's primer, that means that it probably was an aftermarket door, right? Because it would have been painted aftermarket because
Right.
this was a single stage paint factory, correct?
right.
Yeah, so it had to have been from something
Yeah,
different.
everything else has got white, and then it's black, and then the
Yep.
two-tone silver underneath it.
So this was a factory white car for all the hearse peers that are going to get mad about this being an Ecto-1 replica. They actually saved it. It was painted black and gray by mistake, but thankfully they've resurrected it to its original white. So you're welcome, guys.
We're doing the Lord's work. You know?
Yeah, we're doing the Lord's work here. Now this roof rack, you were telling me, y'all also had to reinforce the ceiling underneath with all the headliner taken out.
Yeah, you have to. Anybody that does these just have to, just because of the weight of everything. Unless you put in aluminum, you know, do it all with aluminum. But you can see where well, you can't anymore because we put
Because
the
you
headliner
covered
back.
it, yeah.
So our fabricator, he just took the same steel pipe, and then he put, I guess it was, he might have done a little bit bigger. It might be a bigger pipe, but he sliced it in a whole bunch of different areas and then curled it to fit, and then re-welded it all back together. So it fits, it's custom, it fits perfect.
And it's just kind of like just an arm
Yeah,
right
it's a-
there and an arm right
Yeah,
there.
nice little bow.
Yeah. I saw the pictures on Instagram before
Yeah, we
you
got some
shut it
video
back
on
up.
it before we-
Yeah, that roof actually turned out really nice. The paint you did. And I liked especially because the metal is dripping the rust
Yeah,
onto
rust.
that.
Sam
So
did a good job painting the roof rack, and it's perfect because it's aging better than everything else.
wow, backhanded compliment. Thankfully Sam sucks.
Yeah.
If we wanted it to come off, if it was going to come off, we wanted it to come off. Because I mean, we can always go back with more
Yeah,
white.
it looked like some of it was already coming off. Yeah, that's the original white.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can see the original white,
Yeah.
and then you can see the black on top of it and the gray. So.
It's crazy that inside it doesn't smell like a classic car, whereas mine definitely smells like an old beat up car.
It did until we pulled out
Everything.
I mean, it just smelled like mold and mildew. Got it.
Now, did the dash come out as well, or was it just the
No, we
interior?
just pulled out the seat and
Impressive.
We
Look
have
at
to do the dash at some point.
Yeah, well, you don't really have to. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not even cracked.
Well, we gotta get it behind none of the lights or the dash.
Oh, I
Lights
see,
work,
I see.
So you can't tell at night what you're doing. And some of the indicator lights, like the parking brake light works, and
Your generator light, the oil
Generator.
temperature light works.
that's about it. The blinker indicators stop working.
Whew.
It's solid.
That's the best part of a good classic car. If it was maintained well, that door shuts like just a vault door.
You know, and I put the Miller Meteor logos back on it just because I think they're cool. Stay on it. They're not really cars.
See hearse guys? See hearse purists? We're good. We're nice people.
We're nice people
It's
around
like
here.
this. Like, you know, I could have taken this off and made this all look seamless with the window, but I like the Cadillac logo on the outside too.
I, for one, am definitely going to be getting rid of this on mine. I think, I mean, I like the shape of it. I like the style, but it just, for me being like a, hearse pierce, even though mine's not even the right year, I still like, I'm going to take it off just because I know I'll sell it to someone who's restoring one. They're like, whoa, I need that.
Eventually it's going to come off when we get a window and we make this all
When you
glass.
make a window.
Yeah.
I was showing them that molding that you're going to have this that follows the entire length. So you need something like that that goes the entire way.
Right.
And it's very made of unobtainium. And there's the same thing up top that you don't have.
Yeah, well, this, you know, this
Yep.
is one piece that goes all the way across.
That's gonna be a very fun fabrication work for sure. Do you miss it being loud though?
I do miss it. It was awesome when it was started up. You get that satisfying roar.
We had neighbors walk over here one time. Like, we heard your car. We came looking. We're like, that's the Ghostbusters. We're like, yeah.
We're gonna have to do some cutouts on this thing at some point. Oh, wow. Wow. So we do have one little bit of rust area up top.
Yeah.
Wow, they touched up all the rest of the engine bay though. Oh, you guys did it.
Yeah, I work at the place that just got destroyed. So I've been.
What's the name of the place if you want to shout
it
them
is,
out?
United Motors.
United Motors.
They specialize in doing.
They did a really good job on this one though. Man, very impressive. I think y'all got a fantastic car.
Another thing is this piece right here. It would have cost us $300 if we wanted to replace it. That too.
Oh, I almost disconnected it.
Yeah.
I almost made a $300 mistake.
For the generator, you know, it just goes down for the
Wait, there's supposed to be air for the generator?
Yeah.
cooling. It's just cooling to go cool off the generator.
Oh. Oh. I didn't know you needed that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Every 6 months you have to drop oil into it too.
They're supposed to have oil in them?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Why do I not know this stuff?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Eventually it's going to give out. We'll have to put an alternator on it.
Oh my gosh.
We got room for an alternator since we put the AC on.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be oil in it. Oh well, I guess we're both gonna have to swap to alternators pretty soon, huh?
I don't think we put the spare back.
Right back behind here. Peek in underneath that.
407?
Yeah, 407 is the original manufacturer's mark, I believe from Miller Meteor.
Whoa.
I don't know if that's from Fisher Body, whenever Cadillac this thing got built, or if this was from when Miller Meteor had it. I'm pretty sure Miller Meteor, because I don't think this back wall would have been.
Or maybe it was built on April 7th?
I'm not. I think my boss said it's the manufacturer's mark, because we also, whenever he had the door panel off, rear or driver's side, when he had it off, we were looking at it, and it said 407 on the inside of the panel.
So it's all matched the car.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I wonder if that's for the year or if that's for like total however many.
It might just be the actual model. And that's a warning to your hearse purists. If anyone says anything bad about this car one time, we're gonna put a Ghostbusters logo over that.
I love the fabric inside.
Yeah, that's a cool pattern that's not in anywhere else in the car.
I think it's also up in the upper storage area.
Oh, I lied.
Back there's storage over there.
Oh, you have that on yours?
Yeah.
My ambulance has that.
Yeah, this one was a pure combination.
Whoa, and the light works. Yeah, and you're right, it does have that same material.
Wait, the light came on?
Yeah, the light came on.
We haven't opened it since.
Yeah, the light works.
enough.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, that one was working, but the bulb finally
Died.
out.
Yesterday on us.
I knew I was coming up.
We got it for one day, and then it immediately gave out.
You mind if I pull up the... Oh man, because that I've got to see on yours. Ooh.
Here, we'll flop the.
Oh, and this is what it connects with.
Right.
Yep, and it locks.
No way! That's so much cooler than mine. Mine's just like permanently fixed right there. Ooh, it's a big bitch.
I just wanna be the one you love.
早上好，中国！现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋，但是现在只有冰淇淋。现在 在水平
在香港这座城市的设置。主演钱德勒。
金钱看齐，墙上